Hello everyone, Bhavna Gunwani this side. Today in this session I am going to talk about the while loop. While loop is basically used when the number of iteration is not known but the terminate condition is known. Yes, you heard it right guys. When the number of iteration is not known, the number of repetitions will have in a code. But when to terminate your loop is known. So the block of statement will execute. Once the condition evaluates to false, it will just go out of the loop or terminates the loop. While loop is more like a entry control loop as the condition is checked before the entry into the loop. If the condition is not true, then the loop will not even execute for the one time. This is how the flowchart works. Before entering, checking up the condition. If false, just exit. If true, then the code block gets executed. Let's quickly understand how does it work. Considering I want to print hello world 5 times as we discussed in the for loop, I will initialize the variable, iterative variable with 1 while I is less than or equals to 5. Each time hello world gets printed along with the iterative variable. Within the loop, every time I'll increase the I with 1. You can simply write I plus plus. If you wanted to decrease, then write I minus minus. I am writing with the same expression I equals to I plus 1. So guys, this is the initialization statement as I discussed. This is the conditional expression. And this is the increment or decrement. So the issue with such kind of iteration with while loop is, in for loop, every statement is being encapsulated into one line. So there are very less chances to miss any of them. So that's what I suggested. When you have fixed number of iteration, you know, rather than just writing these 3 statements individually this way, better to write with the help of a for loop. But when your number of iteration is not known, you can go for a while loop. Let me help you out with an example. First of all, I'll just use a separator. Declaring a string input variable with empty string initially. While input dot equals to quit, I'll just input this value from user. Then I'm gonna check once the user will enter the input. If the input is any value, then print the value as it is. If it is quit, the value is quit, then I will terminate the loop. So here I just wanted to s out, enter input. I just gonna scan the value from the user. System.in. I'm gonna scan the value. Value is of integer type, so that can hold any value, integer, string or anything. Scanner.next. Post that, I wanted to check whether the user enters input or not. So what I can do is I can just iterate it with 1 time. How does it work? Before that, I also wanted to print what user enters as it is. Your input is whatever user enters. One thing I wanted to tell you, I am saying that I need to scan the input from user. Input can be quit also. So this condition will only evaluate if the quit is in lowercase. I should write here until it is not equals to quit, then should execute. So when the quit will enter in the uppercase or init case, then this condition will not evaluate anyhow. So what I can say that if there is any string to be entered in this input, I want to convert that to a lowercase. So let's get started and check this up. Enter the input, hello world, by, how are you, even though you can write any number, until you keep continuing. The moment you will write quit, it will quit your loop. You can run once again. You write a quit in a capital, it will first convert this into a lowercase and then will compare. So as the condition says, we'll take the input, we'll print the input until the input is not quit, then it will keep continuing. So certain kind of input based limitations or the conditions if you have in your program, you can easily use while loop. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Until next time, stay tuned. Thank you.